So, I'm going to show you a little trick that I learned, and this trick is courtesy of Bruspup. That's spelled Brusspup. All of his videos are great. Illusions, tricks, just some of the most amazing things you've ever seen. And I guarantee you will like his videos. But just to give a little respect to him and who the actual trick's from. So, I'm going to teach you how to do this trick, and first I have to tell you what it is, of course. You are going to try to make this quarter disappear when you learn how to do this trick. And you're going to need a cup and a regular household dish towel or normal towel. Not too big though, just normal size. So, you ask the audience for a quarter or any coin that any of your audience has, and you ask them to inspect your magic pieces. So, first you tell them to look at the quarter, see if there's any tape or glue or anything on it, and then you make them inspect this cloth, you know, and then you can actually do the trick. Now, I shall show you the trick before I actually teach you how to do it. So, first you fold the cloth in half so it's not too big. You don't want a huge cloth, because then you can trip over it. So, here it goes. You cover the glass with the cloth, and you give it a little magical wave, right? And then you can pick it up, place it over the quarter, and it has disappeared. Now, you're probably wondering how this happened. Well, it's actually quite simple. If you want to reset or put an extra half into the trick, you can say, now I shall make it reappear. And you can just place the cloth over like you did before, and move it back over, and there it is. Now, the way this works, very trademark secret here. The bottom of the cup is the same color paper as the paper that you're doing it on. Now, of course, I don't have the best setup here. It's on a big piece of paper and on a box that moves. But that's just so you can see it in the video. So what you're going to do in order to get this here, you're going to take a piece of paper and you're going to trace the glass all the way around with a pencil or pen. It really doesn't matter. Then you're going to cut that circle out, and then you can either double-sided tape it or glue it onto the glass. Then people will not be able to tell if the glass has a thing on the bottom, which they would not think in the first place. And if they did, they were genius. But they would not be able to tell if there's something on the bottom because it'd be the same color. Now, you wouldn't want to do this on, let's say, a blue surface. If you had a white bottom, you can, of course, make it any color you want, so long as the bottom is the same color. So, just to give you an example, I can put this blue towel here, and if you have the white bottom, you can see it. That's why you need it to be the same color. My recommendation to you is, since everyone has it, just use white printer paper and put it on the bottom. Just simpler that way. So, once again, I will do the trick. Okay? You take the cloth, fold it in half so it isn't too big. You take it and cover it up so the audience cannot see any of it. And you give it a little magical wave, and then you move it on top of the quarter. Now, this is important, actually, when you do this. You want to make sure that you do not miss the quarter. So, just in case, while you're practicing, you can have the towel up so you can see what you're doing underneath, but the audience side cannot see. And then you can remove the towel, and the audience can see that there is no quarter there, when in actuality it's just underneath. Now, the common person would say, oh, well, you somehow slipped it under the paper, or you flicked it off or something. So, as long as they aren't too suspicious of what you're doing, you can make it reappear, how I showed you. So, make it reappear, like that. Make it reappear, and then you can say, oh, well, I'm only doing it with one hand. Now, if you are good at it, you can do it with one hand and go like that. And obviously, since you weren't doing anything with this hand, they would not be able to tell. And it's a good trick, but if you do it too many times, people get suspicious, and then they say, hey, wait a minute, why didn't you let me suspect the glass? And then, well, they pick it up and see the bottom, and that ends the trick. So it's only good for a few times, but it is definitely a good trick. It's very easy and simple, and that's one of the keys to tricks. You have it too complicated of a trick, it isn't as good. So that pretty much does it. So I can do it one more time just to show you. Here it is. Quarter here, glass here. You take cover, put it on top, and it has disappeared.